The multi-stage fitness test will start in 5 seconds. Ready. Start.
I love art. I love all kinds of art. I love 17th century Rococo art. I love 19th century cyanotypes. I love the kind of art they made in the Middle Ages where they didn't understand perspective yet, and so when they painted babies, they just painted them as small adults. I love all kinds of art. Painting, photography, collage, furniture making, album covers. My favorite album cover of all time, Help by the Beatles. Perfect album cover. It is simple, it's effective. They're doing semaphore, spelling letters with their bodies. It's all about composition and space. And here's a fun fact, not all the people know, only someone who is into art such as I would. This is actually an edited down version. They wanted to go with a bigger image, but the ratio wasn't quite right for like an album. So they had to bring it in. Sculpture, ceramics, knitting, literature. My favorite author of all time, Andy Griffiths. Yes, perfect Australian children's author. Wrote some of my favorite books as a kid, Just Crazy, The Bad Book, and this is real, The Day My Bum Went Psycho. Perfect author. I've been very inspired by Andy Griffiths throughout my creative journey, and I've actually kind of started working on my own manuscript, kind of based on his work. Recently submitted the first draft to some publishers. They did not like it. Apparently, The Day My Pussy Went Skits is, quote, inappropriate for children. Fine when a man does it, isn't it, huh? God forbid a woman explore her body! I think it's great for kids. It's educational. It's somewhat of a period piece. I think it's nice. I love art. I love art so much, I've created my own gallery for you here on stage tonight. I've made all the pieces in it myself, and I'm going to be taking you on a tour of it, telling you the stories behind the pieces, doing some analysis. It's going to be wonderful and educational. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, some of you are worried, right? Because the pieces, they're up here on stage with me. Normally you can walk up and see them. You're thinking, how are we going to see them from all the way in the back of the arena? I hear the audience isn't on camera, they'll never know. I hear you, I'm listening to your concerns, I want to help. I've come up with a system to make sure we can all see these pieces close up, and I'll use a little trinket of mine. It's something I've brought from home. This is just a little monkey there, a shoe. That's cute, isn't it? Little monkey? Yeah, well, let's say you wanted to see him a bit closer up, right? So what we're all going to do is put binoculars on. And the way we're going to do that is in a second, we're all going to make 2 circles with our hands, and then we're going to slowly bring them up to our eyes. All right, so make the circles. Don't put them up yet. All right, now slowly bring them up to your eyes. He's bigger. Keep them on! Keep them on! He's bigger, isn't he? Well, put it back on right now. It's cool, isn't it? Yeah. Let's say you wanted to see some more detail, get some of that fur, get the texture. Let's try zooming in. Let's start twisting those hands. Wow, it's funny when the monkey gets bigger. Zoom in again. All right, that's it. Thank you. All right. Yeah, you're done. You're done. I'm not paying you in cash. Oh my God, we are not going through this again. You invoice me. The fuck? Do your taxes. Sorry about that. Now, just from the general vibe I got when I walked in this room, I assume this is everyone's first time in an art gallery. Is that correct? Just an air of unculturedness to the space. It's not coming from me. But I want to make sure your experience is really good and positive, because my first time in an art gallery wasn't that. Right? First time I ever went to an art gallery, I was only 8 years old, and my parents took me to the Capilina Museum in Roma, Queensland. Heard of it? You been? My parents took me to the Capitolina Museum in Rome, Italy, to see the Romulus and Remus sculpture. This Capitolina wolf. Has anyone seen this sculpture before? It is a symbol of the city of Rome, right? It's a story, it's a tableau of how Rome came to be. It is incredibly revered, it's incredibly important to their history. And if you haven't seen it, it's basically 2 twins sucking on a wolf's tits, right? Really, really beautiful stuff. And the story goes, the fable goes, that these 2 twins, right, they grew up to be incredibly influential people. Yeah, ever heard of the Veronicas? Sweetie, yeah? This is an incredibly revered sculpture, very important. It's treated with a lot of respect in Rome. Just makes me wonder, why, when it's bronze and 3D, is it considered high art, but when I do a 2D rendition, it's weird and gross? And actually, I would argue my version is more appropriate, because look in this one, they are minors, babies, underage, and in my version, they are consenting businessmen. I've been trying to see if this logic works in reverse. Like, could I take a lowbrow 2D image, make a 3D sculpture of it, get it into the Capitolina Museum? So I've been working on a bronze sculpture based on an image called Lemon Party, which, for those who are unfamiliar, was a 2006 spam email, lemonparty.com. You send it to friends, they click on it, takes you to a website, image of 3 old men sucking each other off. And I've been working really hard on... I'm not showing it to you. So this sculpture, the Romulus and Remus sculpture, it sits in its own room in the Capitolina, right? That's it. Sits in its own room. It's by itself. That's how revered it is. And I was 8 years old. I walked into this room. I'd never seen anything like it before, and it was just me alone. I had it all to myself, and I walked up to this sculpture, and I was so taken aback by the detail. I could see the marks that someone thousands of years ago made, and now I was looking at them, and I felt so overwhelmed, so enamored by the beauty of this piece. And as I'm getting a really close look at it, I just hear this woman, this voice, a security guard from over in the corner I hadn't noticed earlier. And I just hear her go, no touching! I saw you touch it, no touching! And look, I was touching it, but in my defense, I'm 8 years old, I walk and see a dog, what am I going to do, not pat it? I'm not an idiot, Give it a little head rub, get in between the chuzzies, really get in there. She's lucky I didn't go with my first instinct, which was to join the twins on their quest for hydration. Joking, obviously. The only way I'd ever suck on those titties is if they were filled with prime! I was so frightened by this woman, right? She walked over to me and she stood over me and she started yelling at me. And I kind of get where she was coming from, right? Because I think she thought I wasn't respecting the piece, but I was doing the opposite. And I think that's a fair assumption for Australians, right? Because we don't respect art the way they do in Europe. Can you imagine if this sculpture existed in Australia? It'd be out the front of a Woolworths with a slot in its head. And I would be putting all the grilled tokens I had saved up into it. You can use them outside a store, they'll never tell you that. This woman walks over to me and she stands over me and she says this phrase to me I will never forget. She looks down and she says, "If everyone pet the dog, it would look like St. Peter's foot." It's heavy stuff, isn't it? Yeah, I didn't know what she was talking about either. Turns out what she was referencing was the foot of St. Peter, the sculpture in Vatican Square. This one, right? You seen this guy's foot? It's considered a blessing in Catholicism to touch the foot of St. Peter. And so every day Catholics line up, hundreds of them, around the Vatican just to walk up to the sculpture, get a hand on it, make a wish, or I don't really know what Catholics do. But I assume they're all white. Or Italian. But so many people over so many years have touched the foot of St. Peter that it's eroded away, right? It's become all flat and smooth. Just makes me wonder, Having heaps of people touch your feet makes them flat and smooth. Why are mine so bumpy and intricate? They call me the St. Peter of comedy with how many producers have pet my dogs. How do you think I got on Taskmaster Australia, huh? Oh, please be on Taskmaster. It's the producer sucking on my... I did that joke in front of him once. I love feet. Sorry. Actually, you know what? This is a safe space. I can admit this. I make my friends take the gibbets out of their crocs, so there's more holes to look into. So I learned two things about myself from that experience in the gallery. The first thing I learned is that I loved art, and I knew I wanted to be an artist. And I didn't know what kind of artist I wanted to be yet, but I knew I wanted to spend my life trying to make people feel the way I felt when I saw that sculpture for the first time, that pure joy. And the second thing I learned is that I decided if I ever had my own gallery, I would get to touch everything. So let me tell you, folks, there will be a fair amount of fondling tonight, and then I'll touch the art pieces. Just a bit of fun. Should we start our tour?
Excuse me,
hang on.
everyone.
What's this? First we have to see Emma's Thought of the Week. We have to see my Thought of the Week first. Plastic bags are Ozempic for turtles. We start the gallery tour when I'm 9 years old. I'm freshly out of the Capilina Museum, and I decide the kind of artist I wanted to be was a singer. Now, I had a very beautiful singing voice as a child, all right? I was a soprano, alto rising together. And I had such a beautiful voice, Dicko would have sent me to Sydney. And here's a fun fact. If you ask him to say that on a cameo, he doesn't do it, and he keeps you $30. There was plenty of opportunities for me to sing at my school because I went to a Christian school, plenty of choirs for me to join, Anglican for those concerned, which is kind of like Catholic school but for hot kids. And I immediately joined the choir and I got every single solo available. Yeah. Until Lucy Ferguson arrived. Now, Lucy Ferguson arrived 1 semester late to our school, an intruder on the island, if you will, and she immediately joined the choir, and the choir teacher said she had the voice of an angel, which at a Christian school is the highest compliment you can receive. I was also told I had the voice of an angel, but I also have impure thoughts, and it does drop you down a peg. She was 1 year younger than me, which I found very threatening. Because I don't know if you remember what it's like to be a year older than someone in primary school, but the gap feels crazy, right? You feel like it's like a decade. Like, do you ever remember being in year 4 and talking to a year 3 and then walking away from that interaction being like, am I a pedophile? I felt that way every day. All of a sudden, it wasn't just me getting the solos, it was me and Lucy, and I started to get really competitive with her, right? Because I was a soprano, but she was a Gemini. I don't know how you compete with that. I don't like being competitive. I don't think it's a becoming trait. I don't like it in myself, and I don't like it in friends. You know, because I don't want to go social bowling with someone who's competitive. You know, I want to go social bowling with someone who's bad at bowling, so I win. All of a sudden, it wasn't just me getting the solos. It was back and forth. Emma Lucy, Emma Lucy, Emma Lucy. And then one assembly, everything changed. We're all sitting in the chapel. The principal's at the front addressing the whole school. He's doing all the usual stuff, you know, like announcements, birthdays, deaths, all that. And he gets to the end of it and he says, to end today's assembly, we actually have a very special performance. Lucy, you wanted to get up and sing something. She had gone behind the choir's back and arranged to sing a solo in front of the entire school. I am sitting there, seething, praying she's chosen a song out of her range, like, oh, I don't know, The Lion Sleeps Tonight. She's not a Leo, it would make no sense. She stands in front of the school and her backing track begins to play. And as someone who grew up with white parents in the early 2000s, I would know Angels by Robbie Williams anywhere. When angels are depicted in art, historically they've been depicted as kind, giving, full of servitude, clad in gold, delicate, light, floating. And I just don't think I've ever seen a version where they're depicted as an 8-year-old conniving bitch. So I've filled the gap in that market for us. I don't remember exactly how she sounded when she sang the solo, but obviously I don't want you to miss out on the multi-sensory experience. So I've put together somewhat of an artist's interpretation of how I think she might have sounded at the time. She was amazing. She hit every note perfectly. She did all this vibrato, all these runs. She was like a magician. And guess what she had in her hand? It was you in the palm of it. She was incredible. She gets to the final note, she belts it out, the crowd goes crazy. Parents, teachers, students, they're on their feet, they're chanting her name, they're going, Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. After that day, I never got another solo again. Lucy was the star, she got all of them. And that was the day I became an atheist. We grew up and moved on. Lucy's a professional singer now, which is so awesome for her. And I decided that singing wasn't for me. It was too shroud in failure. You know, it made me feel like I wasn't valuable as an artist. And so I got to university and I was like, oh, maybe I'll just go to art school, you know, try lots of different types of art, see what sticks. Going to art school was an interesting choice for me because I have this condition called aphantasia, which, if you're not familiar, it basically means you can't picture things in your mind. So here's how you find out if you have it. If I say right now, picture a horse, what can you all see in your mind? Christ, electric energy in here tonight, isn't it? It is buzzing in here. It's like I'm in a 5G tower. Wow. Is this what it feels like to be vaccinated? The way I found out I have aphantasia is a few years ago. I went and saw a psychologist, and I was telling her about all the people in my life who have scorned me. There's been at least 4. We get to the end of the session, and my psychologist goes, okay, Emma, when you are in situations of conflict, do you ever consider the other person's perspective? You know, do you ever put yourself in their shoes? Can you ever picture how other people feel? And I couldn't do it, so it must be aphantasia. So I went to art school, and I very quickly found photography, specifically street photography, and I fell in love with it. Because I've always loved raw human behaviour and romanticising fleeting interactions with people, and to me, street photography is the most authentic way of doing that. And so I started taking my camera everywhere with me, trying to capture people in their most human moments when they least expected it. Sorry, no jokes here, just talent. That's really embarrassing, actually, to have my whole portfolio on stage. But I really thought that's what I was going to do with my life. I thought I was going to be a street photographer. And then I got to my final year of university, my 3rd year, and I took this class called Art and Ethics, and we learned about a man named Philip de Courcia, who was also a street photographer. Now, his methodology was a little bit different to mine. Whereas I would go out and try and find people, he would try and bring them to him. And the way he did that is every day he would go into Times Square in New York City, set up a portable flash on some scaffolding, point it to an area of the ground he called the zone. And then he would hide 20 meters away behind some more scaffolding, right? And he would connect his camera to the flash, and whenever anyone walked into the zone, he would take a photo, flash would go off, but they'd have no idea he existed, so he'd get this like raw human moment, right? He'd JFK them. Do you know what I'm saying to you? Shoot from afar. Headshot. He did this every day in New York for 3 years, from 1999 until 2001. Why'd he stop? But in 2007, this man was just walking through New York City, this other guy, and he wandered into a gallery and he saw a photo of himself on sale taken by Philip de Courcia for $20,000 US. And he saw that and thought, that's my image. I think I'm owed a piece of that. And so he sued Philip de Courcia. Drama. Men are hysterical, aren't they? But this is a complicated case, right? Because on one hand, Philip, he's an artist. He has the right to be photographing people in public. He has the right to create art he sees fit to communicate a certain theme. And there's something to be said about free speech as well, isn't there? And I personally love free speech. It's the reason I'm allowed to yell, "Fire!" when I go into cinemas and just see what happens. But on the other hand, it's kind of exploitative, isn't it? Like this guy, he didn't consent to being photographed. He didn't consent to be a part of the art. And Philip is using him for his own artistic and financial gain. And I just couldn't shake this feeling that something was wrong, right? Because can you imagine just being somewhere and a flash goes off and all of a sudden you have no idea what happens with that image? Even worse, can you imagine walking into Philip's zone and the flash doesn't go off? Ugly. I came out of that class and I just had this pit in my stomach for weeks afterwards. And I realised it's because a practice to me that once seemed so raw, so humanistic, had now been recontextualised to be incredibly exploitative. And I just couldn't shake this feeling I was doing something wrong by taking people's photo without their permission. And so in my final year of university, I decided to quit street photography. Now, I want to tell you a quote that Philip de Courcia said about this incident that really solidified how I feel about it. Philip said, "Yeah, I wouldn't like it to happen to me, but I respect my right to do it." Did I mention he was American? To me, that's like punching someone in the neck, and then as they're gasping for air going, "Oh my God, I must be an empath because I would have hated that." This next piece in my gallery takes place during my university years. It's a sculpture of a man I met during that time, and his name is, oh shit. So, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I don't know how this got into my show. Oh no. Well, it's in here now. I guess we should do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not an idiot. This is going online. What do you think? I want to get cancelled? I'm not stupid. All right. This is a sculpture of a man I met during my university years. His name is Levi Nathan Ross, and trigger warning, he's a magician. Levi was a magician I met while working at a cafe on campus. I used to work there on weekends, try and make some extra money. And Levi came in one weekend and asked me out on a date via magic trick. I want to make something very clear to everyone in here. He didn't just come in one weekend and decide to perform the trick that day. He'd come in one weekend, seen me, made the decision, gone home for a week, rehearsed the trick, and then come back the next weekend to perform it. I don't know you people. I don't know what the opinion is in this room on magic. I personally feel it's akin to murder, in that it is so much worse premeditated. And I truly believe all magicians should be treated like murderers. I think they should all be locked up. Unless they're escape artists. Then they should be killed. So I'm going to tell you the way this guy asked me out, but just know it's the weirdest way I've been asked on a date. Just second to this is one time I got asked out by a cashier at a Mitre 10. You know, the hardware store? Yeah. Might seem harmless to you, but from my perspective, this guy saw a girl with resting sad face buying rope and thought, ooh, vulnerable. Do you know what the worst part of that is I'm still really flattered when I think about it. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel hot being asked out at a hardware store. I don't know. It was kind of fun. I must stay humble. I must remember a Mitre 10 is a Bunnings 6. I must stay humble. Not a brag. It's not a brag. Standing at the table, ready to serve. Levi walks in. He's a regular. I recognise him. I say, hey, Levi, what can I get for you today? And he goes, do you like the colour pink? Now, at this point in the story, Levi is wearing a white T-shirt and a black jacket. He is also wearing skinny jeans, which is not important for the story, but it is for characterization. So I'm like, yeah, I like pink. Pink's a cool colour. And he goes, what would you think if a gentleman such as I were wearing pink right now? And I was like, is it your first time doing your own laundry? Separate them! And he goes, if I was wearing pink right now, would you give me your number? Before I can even answer, he turns around, he does this with his jacket, and then he turns back around. You guys are never going to believe this. This guy's white T-shirt was now pink. So for our first date, I was 19. I didn't know how to reject men yet. For our first date, we went to the cinema together. Levi was very keen on seeing like a superhero film, new Marvel flick. Not really my vibe. Nothing wrong with the genre. I've only ever really seen one Marvel film my whole life, and it was a film called Madame Web. Have you seen Madame Web? Have you seen Madame Web? Oh, you must watch this movie. It's an all-female remake of Spider-Man. I watched it because I love to support women, and God, they make it hard sometimes. What a film! I came out of that movie and I was like, Christ, it's easy to write a superhero film. Pick a bug. And that I have. I've written my own screenplay. It's called Tick Man. He gets bitten by a radioactive tick. Ask me what superpower Tick Man has.
What superpower does Tick Man have?
Lyme disease. I've written another one. This guy's name is Leech Man. He gets bitten by a radioactive leech. Ask me what superpower Leech Man has.
What superpower does Leech Man have?
Property manager. Yeah! Fuck him! I'm just kidding, I love renting. Just wish my landlord would stop painting over all the black mold. I need it for something. So the film we ended up going to see there was an anniversary screening of The Matrix on. It was like 25 years since it had come out. They were doing it in IMAX. And I was like, oh, I've never seen The Matrix. And he goes, you've never seen The Matrix? Levi's white, by the way. You've never seen... So we decide that's what we're going to go see. Levi did another little trick while we were paying. He goes, is this your card? And then he tapped mine. We go in, watch the film. Great movie. Have you seen The Matrix? You must watch this film. It's an all-male remake of Madame Web. You will simply love it. Wonderful film. We come out of it, and Levi's like, what do you want to do? Should we keep hanging out? Should we do something fun? And I was like, oh, yeah, maybe. We could go home. How do we decide? And Levi reaches into his pocket, and he said, I have an idea. He'd brought some M&Ms into the cinema with him as like a little treat. Minis. Probably wanted the tube for later, but that's none of our business. He reaches into his pocket and he pulls out 2 mini M&Ms, one blue and one red. He holds the blue M&M out to me and he says, if you eat this M&M, we can call it a night. We can go home, we can forget this ever happened, we can go our separate ways, never know the true reality of what could have been. But if you eat the red one, I can show you things you've never seen before. And because I was 19 and didn't know how to reject men yet, I ate the red one, and what that meant is we went back to his house and he made me watch the sequel! Are you getting a vibe on this guy? He wore a black shirt and a red tie to his year 12 formal. Does that mean anything to anyone? His favourite band was Imagine Dragons. Do you like Imagine Dragons?
No, not really.
Ask me if I like Imagine Dragons.
Do you like Imagine Dragons?
I can't. I have aphantasia. I came out of university and I was feeling very lost because I felt like I didn't know what kind of artist I wanted to be anymore. You know, the two types I'd tried didn't work. And so I decided I would spend a year just kind of traveling around, looking at the world through the lens of art, seeing what types I hadn't considered yet. And traveling around like this is amazing. You know, you discover that anyone can be an artist. You know, have you ever been to Subway? My favourite place I found unexpected artists was the Australia Zoo gift shop. Did you know that elephants do paintings that you can buy in the gift shop? Does anyone know about this enrichment program that they have? Okay, to keep the elephants, because they're so intelligent, to keep them occupied, right, they do this thing where they take a big canvas on an easel into the pen, they put a little paintbrush into the trunk of the elephant, dip it in some paint, and then they let the elephant just move the paintbrush around on the canvas, make some marks, and then they take the painting, put it in the gift shop, and you can buy a painting done by an elephant. Isn't that amazing? Every year I get them for my family for Christmas. Yeah. Like I'll show you, I got this one for my mum this year. Isn't that amazing? It's so incredible, just so incredible. Random movements, isn't that? Got this one for my dad, very detailed, some of them. Some of them have fine motor control, you know what I mean? And then I got this one for my sister. There's something for everyone there, and I highly recommend checking it out if you get the chance. Really wonderful stuff. They're very creative. In that year off, my friends took me to see a comedy show, and I was just an audience member. I was like you, I was normal. And something clicked while I was watching comedy, because I'd never really seen it before, but it kind of had everything I loved. It had the performance element of singing, but it wasn't so serious. There wasn't that like emotional risk and vulnerability. It had the storytelling of street photography. And I was like, this is kind of perfect. I'm going to try it. And so I tried comedy and I fell in love with it. And so this next piece in my gallery is about the first year I ever toured a show doing stand-up comedy very early in my career. And it's about an Uber driver I had during this time named Armin. Now, I've done this one as a little diorama, so it's quite accessible. So you could make it at home if you wanted to, if you want to get sued. I don't know if it's become quite evident amongst you, but I use a fair few props on stage, and it's always been this way, right? It's always been the type of comedy I like. And this particular show, my first one, the main prop I needed on stage with me was a life-size model skeleton. Doesn't matter why, if you didn't come see it, you don't get the gift of context. Support the arts, which is what you're doing right now. But I had to travel around Australia with this skeleton, right? So to do that, I had to take 2 giant suitcases with me everywhere I went. One for my belongings, my wares, and the other one just had the skeleton in it. But he didn't fit fetally. So, like, I couldn't just, do you know what I mean? So I had to disassemble him. I had a bag of loose bones. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell? Okay. So when I would travel around with these 2 big suitcases, I developed this phenomenon I like to call suitcase shame, which is that feeling of embarrassment about how much luggage you have with you, how much you've packed. Has anyone ever felt this? Like, yes, have you ever been on a trip with a friend and your bag is slightly bigger than theirs? Yes, and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to go home and self-harm. You know the feeling? She knows it, yeah. Hey, here's a fun fact about me. When I was in middle school, all my friends self-harmed, but I didn't. Was I the common denominator? Who's to say? So, I have these 2 big suitcases with me. This particular trip I'd just been on, I'd come back from doing gigs at Sydney, I'd flown home, and I'd had the worst shows of my life. I'd bombed so bad, I'd spent so much money, and because I'm trying to be a comic, I was early in my career, I was broke, couldn't even afford to do it. So I picked up my bags, got the earliest flight home. I was walking through the airport with them. I was so tired. And through my exhaustion, I did not realise I hadn't zipped the bone bag up properly. I'm walking with them. And because I'm dragging my feet, I trip a little bit and I just let go of the bone bag. And it slides onto its side, hits the floor, the zipper splits open, and bones come spilling out onto the airport. Quick question for the crowd. Has anyone here ever been on their knees in a Virgin domestic terminal yelling the phrase, "My bones, oh no, my bones"? Is there anyone? So I'm on my knees, I'm trying to get these bones back in the bag as quick as possible because I know what this looks like. And as I'm doing that, one of the Virgin servants, what are they called? Staff members. One of the Virgin staff members walks over because she hears a ruckus. She wants to see what it's about. And she sees the bones and looks at me trying to stuff them into a bag and just says, "Sorry, is this body under 23 kilos?" And I was like, "What are you, the fashion industry?" Good for me. Good for me. Good for me for saying something. Good for me for using my platform to make a statement. Good for me. So I was so exhausted. I had this awful fall. I was grumpy. I was tired. I decided to use the last of my money to get an Uber. I just wanted to get home. Ordered one. Armin pulls up. He immediately gets out of his car to help me with my bags. A gentleman, perhaps a suitor for Madame Webb. And he gets out of the car and he puts one bag in the back and then he goes to take the second one. And you can see the moment he clocks that it's just me, but this is all my luggage, you know? 2 bags, 1 girl. You seen the video? Don't worry. And as he has this realization, he points at my second bag and says, "Classic woman." And I said, "What?" And he goes, "Been doing some shopping, have we?" And then he takes the suitcase, puts it in the back of the car, slaps the top of it and says, "What is it, love? Full of shoes?" And I just can't tell you how wonderful it felt to look him in the eye and say, "Open it." I couldn't believe he said this to me. I thought we were done with sexism, you know? I thought it's 2026. You know? I thought we were finished because there's consequences for actions now, you know? You can't just be sexist anymore. Like, here's an example. I used to go to school with this guy and he immediately joined the military out of high school and he was only in there for 6 months before he was dishonorably discharged because he was found to be leaving sexist comments to women online. Do you see what I mean? You can't just do it. There's consequences. You know, I bet he's the kind of guy who would go into a video of someone like me doing stand-up and write something like, "All female comedians talk about is their periods." You know? Okay, actually, ironically, dishonorable discharge is what I call my period. But what are you gonna do? Come on, you know I'm right. You know I'm right. There's nothing honorable about a wasted fetus. To me, the most upsetting part of this incident wasn't what he said, it was how I reacted to it. Because I just laughed and got in the car. I was so tired, I didn't have the energy to argue with him about it. And I'm like, that's enabling the behaviour, you know? And I consider myself a raging feminist. I won't even watch the Olympics. I don't think we should pit women against each other. But I was so mad at myself, and a few weeks later I was talking to my friend about it, and I was like, oh, this Uber driver said this sexist thing to me, and then I just laughed and got in the car. I let him get away with it. And she goes, "Well, how do you wish you would have reacted?" And I thought about it, and I said, do you know, I wish I just had a conversation with him, just human to human, person to person. You know, everything in the world is so combative nowadays. Why couldn't I just talk to him and be like, "Hey man, totally know you didn't mean it. Just know those comments come off as a little bit sexist. Maybe just don't say it to women in the future." You know, give him the tools so that the next time he experiences it, he knows how to deal with it. And my friend says, "Oh, like that parable. You give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day, but you teach a man to fish and he'll eat for the rest of his life." And I said, "What the fuck are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. Not just for this situation, but in general. We can't teach all men to fish. What are they all going to do? Start supplying for themselves? I'm sorry. We live in something called a circular economy. We live in a capitalist society. There's buy and sell. It goes around. If we just have supply, what happens to the commerce chain? We go back to 2008, back to recession. People start playing Monopoly again for fun. If we let all men supply for themselves, who's the buyer in that situation, huh? Who's the consumer? Probably women, isn't it? Yeah, because that's who's left. And that does make sense because we do be shopping.
I absolutely would have sent you to Sydney.
She is awesome. That's great, Digger. Thank you for that.
Where's my $30?
Oops, sorry. Jeez, sorry. Sorry about that. Been doing stand-up now for about 8 years, and I absolutely love it. It's the kind of artist I've always wanted to be. I just didn't know it at the time. And it wasn't until earlier this year that for the first time in my life, I finally felt successful as an artist. And it's because I got this very specific job offer. I got offered to write at the ACTA Awards, which is the Australian Academy of Cinema and Television Arts Awards. And everyone knows what it is, and we all love it. And I was so excited because it had everything I loved about a job, right? It had, there was going to be live musical performances. It was all about celebrating cinematography. It had the photography element to it. And I got to write jokes for it. I was so happy. I was like, oh my God, I've made it. I'm doing what I love. So this final piece I want to show you takes place at the ACTA Awards in February, earlier this year. Now, the ACTAs takes place at a theatre called HOTA, Home of the Arts on the Gold Coast. And I arrived there 3 days before the ceremony, went straight into a production meeting, got given a list of presenters and performers. I was reading down this list going, oh my God, look at all these amazing famous people who are going to perform. And then I see one name that really catches my eye. This year, the film Better Man was nominated for a bunch of actors, the film, it was made in Melbourne. It's the film where Robbie Williams, the biopic, he's played by a monkey. Yeah, you know it. Andy Serkis calls it the one that got away. They cut that joke from the ceremony. So I'm looking down this list and I see, oh my God, live musical performance, Robbie Williams. But you are never going to believe what song. This man has chosen to perform. I see that Robbie Williams is going to be singing Angels live in front of me, and I am filled with blind rage. Suddenly, I'm taken back to that moment with Lucy. I feel all the shame, all the embarrassment, all the failure of it. And I can't believe I have PTSD. I mean, I do in some capacity because I'm a veteran. I served in the war on Christmas. But that doesn't apply to this situation. I feel so angry. But then I have this realization. I'm like, hang on. This is a chance for redemption, for salvation. For so many years, this song has represented artistic failure. And now I'm finally in a situation where for the first time in my life, I feel artistic success. This is my chance to recontextualize it, to hear it over and over in this environment. And so I decided for the next 3 days, any opportunity I had to hear that song, I was going to be there. I wanted it to be an earworm. So every time I heard it from this day forward, I would think about the actors and not about Lucy. Day before the ceremony, Robbie Williams' band comes in to rehearse. They're setting up on stage. I think, I'm going into that theatre. I'm going to watch this. There's very few people because it's a rehearsal. There's the floor manager, Scott. There's Matt on the cameras. There's me, a few people around. Band sets up. And just as they're about to start playing, the guitarist walks to the front of the stage and he says, hey, I'm so sorry to bother everyone. I know you're all super busy. We're really nervous about Robbie coming in and this is a really big opportunity for us. We just want to make the most of this rehearsal. Can anyone here just jump in and sing the song for us? My hand reaches up towards the heavens. I'm reaching up to the angels themselves. My faith has finally returned after 20 years. It turns out all I needed to be Christian again was for good things to happen to me specifically. I stand up and I raise my hand and I say, I could do it. I'm a soprano. And the guitarist walks over to the edge of the stage to where I'm sitting. and he's being hit by these golden stage lights behind him. It's giving him a halo. He looks like a literal angel. And he reaches his hand out to me and he says, "Oh, honestly, it's better suited for an alto." "I can do it," says floor manager Scott. The devil is real. His name is Scott and he works at Hoda on the Gold Coast, Queensland. I will never forget this man for what he did to me. He sang the song 4 times with the band. The second time I went backstage, put the TV on fucking mute. I will never forgive Scott or Lucy or Levi or Armin. And I'm going to be honest, I don't think any of these people remember that any of this happened. But I remember. Of course I remember. I'm an artist. It's my job to capture raw human moments, to romanticize fleeting interactions and turn them into art, present them to an audience. And at least now that I'm not doing it through street photography, it's not exploitative, right? I quit street photography because to me it felt deeply unethical. But now I look at this show that I've written and these portraits I've created, and I feel like Philip de Courcia. I feel like at some point in my life, each of these people walked into my zone and I set the flash off, and now I am using those moments to make a fair amount of money. And I'm trying to figure out how to feel about it, because the more I do this and the bigger my audiences get, I'm realizing I need to sit down and ask myself a really important question, which is, am I okay with exploiting the people in my life for my own artistic gain? Because I'm doing it. But the more time that goes on and the more I reflect on the morals of what I'm doing, the more I realize there's always been one piece I've never considered in all of this. And it's the audience. It's you guys and how you interact with the art. Right? Because when I made this piece about Lucy, it was my intention that it's not really about her. When I tell you that story, I'm trying to let you know about me and my perspective and what you can learn about me and how I reacted through that situation. She's just a vehicle, it's not about her as a person. And I fully trust you as an audience to have the intellect and understanding to come on that journey with me. But I don't know if you trust me. Would you trust me with your stories to make the ethical decision, to make the moral choice? And how would I know if you trust me? I've been talking the whole time. I haven't asked you guys any questions about yourselves. Except you, I've asked you plenty. We've had electric chemistry tonight, don't you reckon? Yeah. We should hang out later. Let's do drugs together. Yeah, euthanasia. The conclusion I've reached is that the only way I'm going to feel morally okay with continuing to do comedy and tell stories is if I know this is mutual. I know you trust me to make the right choices. So I'd love to test that. I'd love to do a trust exercise with someone in the audience. Do you want to do a trust exercise with me? Really? You have to come up on stage, is that all right? Yeah. Oh my God, please welcome, thank you so much. I'll get you a mic, hang on. There you go. Thank you so much. What was your name?
Ben.
Into the mic.
Oh, Ben.
Yeah, Sorry. Yeah, nice to meet you, Ben. Quick question before we get started. Ben, which of these pieces would you say was your favourite tonight?
I like them all equally.
Politician-ass answer. Ben, do you trust me?
Yep.
Okay. What I'm going to need you to do is face the audience, and I'm going to need you to put both your arms out to the sides like that. How much do you weigh? Do you know? No, that's actually personal. Don't answer that. Okay, Ben, do you trust me? All done. You're done. Yeah, you're done. That's all. Thank you. Bye, Ben. Thank you. God, I would have hated if that happened to me. I don't give a shit what you people think. I don't care if you trust me. This is my show and I'm getting so much artistic and financial validation from this. So obviously I'm going to keep doing it. And because I get to end this show literally however I want, I'm finally going to have my moment and I'm going to sing Angels by Robbie Williams. If I had $50,000 for copyright. Unfortunately, my hands are tied, and because this is going online, I can't use the song. But what I do have is $50 and starving artist friends who are willing to do anything for me for cheap. So I will be singing an original song by my friend Ned with the same kind of vibe that I didn't pay him properly for. Okay. First time anyone's hearing this, so this is very exciting. Okay, this is the Angel song by Ned. Okay. Comes down and empties the city streets of life. Can you guys hear me on the mic? Oh, I think the batteries have died. Do you know what? It's fine. I'll just I'll cappella it.
I see my face in the water at my feet. It's getting old. Melbourne, I'm patient in a place that feels so cold. I'm watching my foundation away from what I know. How can I find my place in the arms of an angel? This has been Ben Hunter. I love my fans.
Thank you guys so much. Ben Hunter, everybody!
Holland, everybody!